Have you ever been told, "Don't talk with your mouth full"? It's a phrase we've all heard, probably from our parents or grandparents. But have you ever stopped to wonder where this rule actually comes from? Is it just about being polite, or is there more to the story? Let's chew on this for a bit. The origins of this table manner go way back, and I mean way, way back. We can trace the sentiment to ancient civilizations. Think about the Romans and their lavish banquets. While they were known for their indulgence, early Roman writers and philosophers often spoke about decorum and self-control. For them, eating was a social activity, but one that still required a certain level of discipline. Talking while your mouth was stuffed with food was seen as a sign of gluttony and a lack of refinement. It suggested you couldn't even wait to swallow before sharing your thoughts, which was considered uncivilized. Fast forward to the Middle Ages. This period gets a bad rap for being messy, and table manners weren't always a top priority for everyone. However, in the courts of kings and nobles, things were different. Etiquette was a way to distinguish the upper class from the common folk. Books on courtesy and conduct started to appear, specifically for the nobility. They contained rules about everything from how to use a napkin to, you guessed it, not speaking while eating. In a world where social hierarchy was everything, showing you knew the rules was crucial. Speaking with a full mouth was a dead giveaway that you didn't belong in high society. It was sloppy, and it made you look greedy. But the real game changer for table manners was the Renaissance. This was the era of humanism, art, and a renewed interest in classical ideals of civility. One of the most influential books ever written on the subject was on Civility in Children by the Dutch scholar Erasmus, published in 1530. This book was a massive bestseller and was translated into numerous languages. Erasmus was very direct. He wrote that one should not speak with food in their mouth because it's difficult to hear what they re-saying, and it's generally unpleasant for others to watch. He basically said, swallow first, then speak. His advice was practical and logical, and it resonated with the growing middle class who were eager to adopt more refined behaviors. As we move into the 17th and 18th centuries, these rules became even more ingrained in Western culture. Etiquette guides became incredibly popular. Why? Because society was changing. People were moving to cities, interacting with strangers more often, and wanted to present themselves in the best possible light. Good manners, including keeping your mouth closed while chewing and not talking until you've swallowed, became a sign of good breeding and education. It was a social code that everyone was expected to understand. It also had a practical side. Talking with a mouthful can be a choking hazard, and no one wants a dinner party to end with a medical emergency. By the Victorian era, the rule was set in stone. The Victorians were famous for their strict social codes and elaborate rules of etiquette. For them, don't talk with your mouth full was non-negotiable. It was about respect for your dining companions and for the food itself. It showed you were considerate, patient, and in control of your impulses. So, the next time you're about to say something with a mouthful of mashed potatoes, remember this journey. This simple rule has traveled through ancient Rome, medieval courts, the Renaissance, and Victorian dining rooms to get to your dinner table. It's not just about being polite. It's a piece of history, a sign of respect, and frankly, just good, safe advice. Thanks so much for watching and learning with me today. If you found this interesting, please hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the history of everyday things. See you in the next video.